Let's kick the tires and light the fires.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Welcome to Tailgate Talks, brought to you by Farmers Co-op Society.
My name is Aric and this is Tyson Martin Moss. We're both agronomists here at FCS.
And today we're going to be talking to you about some of the insects that are bugging your crops.
Let's see what you did there. So the first one we're going to talk about a little bit about is Alfalfa Weevil. Kind of just sprang up, but we got this hot, dry weather. Really promotes growth of that, and we're really noticing after you cut your alfalfa, then you start seeing, well, it's not coming back as fast, and you get some bugs out there.
And part of it could be the dry weather. A big part of it could be, the alfalfa weevil. It seems like they move in from the south and like to cause havoc. I've even noticed in a couple first cuttings, you drive by a field and the top of the plant looks white. Those weevils are feeding on those top leaves, and they'll just strip the leaf margin out in between the veins, and you think about it, that's where all your feed value is in your alfalfa.
The best feed comes from, not necessarily the stems, but the top leaves and the new growth, and that's good.
So cutting your alfalfa is a good way to control them, but like Aric said, if you cut it and that alfalfa is taking a little while to come back, you might want to go out and do some digging around and do a little investigating to see if it'd be worth spraying an insecticide. What insecticide would you recommend on alfalfa?
Well, it'd be a pyrethroid you should spray, and I would recommend a foliar feed as well to help that plant regenerate growth back and help it bounce back from that cutting.
Yeah, get some nutrients, get it kind of perked back up.
Yep.
It was kind of a big thing to use some of the organic phosphates in the past, but it seems like this day and age you're not getting the mileage out of them.
No, not as much anymore. Another one that we're seeing an issue of mainly last year, and we're figuring it's going to come again this year, is corn rootworm. Last year we really saw some damage from the beetles at least, and looking like hot, dry weather, hatch is about to start happening if it hasn't already, and we're looking at a few ways we can control that.
Yeah, the big one is if you're going to be scouting your field, your corn on corn acres.
Yeah.
That's predominantly where you're going to see them. Got to know your fields, know your pressure you had last year, and one way is sticky traps, correct?
Yeah, so do that at tassel time, or near tassel time. You want to put that on the plant. You get some, twisty ties, you put them on there.
Yep.
And
kind of like a mouse trap, but it's
pretty sticky, yes. So put them out there one day, check it the next day. I think if you have two on the trap, probably got some decent pressure, replace the trap again, see what happens the next day. If you got a bunch of them on there, I would say it's probably time to spray.
Yeah, if you have a bunch of them, I wouldn't even go out there with that second trap. It's not. More than likely you might want to address that pressure and throw out an insecticide at tassel time. If you're doing a fungicide or a foliar treatment, there's nothing better to get a free ride with the chemical.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about a few ways we can control it. We got the new Smart Stacks Pro coming out from Bayer. I think other companies have Chrome as well. That's one way to do it.
And those varieties, they get the BT trait in them, isn't it? That's what's controlling these corn rootworms.
Yeah. So that's one way to take care of it. Another one is to, while you're planting, put an insecticide down as well with that, and that seems to have some control as well.
Yeah, especially if you're set up to do a dry or liquid insecticide, there's no easier time than right at plant to throw that down to help get a little control on it. Another one I heard, it doesn't fit every operation, but rotate the acre.
Yep.
I know there's some guys that need feed and stuff like that. You're probably not going to be able to do that one, but that's probably the best control.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, organically, you could say, how to take care of those beetles. But we talk about pests a lot and bugs, and something that can pest your corn on corn would be also volunteer corn.
Yes.
And I think if we rotate the acre, we get that chance we could throw some clethodim out there as a post on them soybeans to get rid of that volunteer corn if you need to go back to corn on corn after that as well. So.
And the good thing about that is if you're rotating that acre and going to soybeans and you're killing that volunteer corn, you're kind of taking away the feed source or the habitat for that corn rootworm beetle or larva.
Exactly.
In that following season. I guess if you have any more questions, reach out to your local FCS agronomist. There should be a link, I don't know, somewhere
probably
around. My money's on the left. But thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Blooper reel. Welcome to
Welcome to Tailgate Talks.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.